Of course I can handle that.
Master.
I don't get many visitors out this way. A delivery droid, a roosting thranter, the odd sail speeder. Momentary distractions, not always unwelcome. A visit from a Sith of your station, however, is quite unexpected. Welcome to my humble abode, my lord. May I offer you some Dianogan tea? Very well. We'll pretend you've come all this way without already knowing the answer, and I'll humor you for the sake of civility. To what do I owe this visitation? Then you haven't been told nearly enough. It's been nice to have made your acquaintance. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to attend to. You really shouldn't have done that.
Let us be great.
Few people realize the kind of protective instincts Rakghouls display for their pack. A rare loyalty these days. Careful. Strike 2 will be your last. Have the scratches begun to itch yet? You'll find any thorn inoculations rather impotent in combating the strain coursing through your body. A monster. But not an unreasonable one. Count yourself fortunate there. I have the means to save you from the gruesome fate that awaits, but it will require more materials than I have on hand. It seems you've just volunteered yourself to replenish my stock. When the virus begins to alter your brain, you won't even have the capacity to remember me. All the more reason to cooperate. I'd suggest you bring me whatever biochem supplies you can spare. But I'll also need new viral samples to work with. Follow Thorn's broadcasts. They'll deploy their spike anywhere a Rakghoul outbreak is detected. Activate my probes in the Rakghoul's tunnels, and they might locate useful samples. They will prove useful, but they won't be enough to cure you. I'll begin my preparations. I'm still short on raw materials. I'll need those as much as the samples to make progress. This will help. My thanks.
Travel to the infected world is strictly prohibited. While the travel ban is in effect, any ships believed to originate from the world will be fired upon. I understand we now have Adalar Hyland on the line. Hyland is the CEO of Galactic Solutions Industries and founder of the Hyland Organization for Rakghoul Neutralization, or THORN.
Yes, good. Citizens of the Empire, I implore you to listen to what I have to say about this ghastly plague. There is no escaping it. There is no cure. The only known way to stop its spread, the only way to save yourself, is to stay away. Now, that said, Thorn is looking for brave and gifted individuals to help. But make no mistake, it's akin to granting yourself the death sentence.
Thank you for your pointed insight, Adalar Hyland. As the man stated, don't be a fool. Remain in full quarantine from the Rakghoul plague. For the Empire!
I accept all forms of currency. Thank you for your patronage.
All citizens are required to seek out signs of genetic mutation due to Rakghoul plague exposure, and neutralize the afflicted as necessary.
Nice to see customers. Can I get you anything? Feel free to browse.
Well.
Please, no one panic. I know it isn't easy, but you must remain calm.
What's the status here?
You don't want to go out past the quarantine, that's the status. I mean, you can, and Thorn could definitely use a hand against the Rakghoul outbreak, but it's not even a little bit pretty out there.
What's your role in all this?
Dr. Ressel, Thorn Emergency Aid Management. I'm in charge of keeping this zone secure, which is getting dicier by the minute. The number of infected is way out of control at this point. We have to stop the spread, and that means putting down Rakghouls. Biggest concentration of Rakghouls is underground. Bad as things are up here, it's a nightmare down in the tunnels.
And how do I get there?
Use the spike. It's a giant drill Thorn uses to get at subsurface Rakghoul populations. You'll know it when you see it. Best of luck to you. And don't get bit.
I have placed my not inconsiderable resources at your disposal. What else could you possibly want from me at this point?
Mr. Hyland, sir, all the credits in the galaxy won't change that we don't have the caliber of help we need down here to face the Rakghoul population.
No? Or maybe you should take a better look around you. Hyland out.
Oh. Wow. Hello?
I didn't realize THORN was handing out rewards for killing Rakghouls.
THORN pays its volunteers for results, if that's what you mean. This is Rakghoul Ground Zero down here. I can use anyone who's willing to wade into a sea of those things and do what needs to be done. If you decide to walk, I can't say I'll blame you. But we might just be able to end this thing if we have your support.
Please, help me!
Infected, I'll do what I can. Just don't touch me. Stay safe and stay vaccinated. Don't let the Rakghouls turn you.
Be great. I won't let you die. greater the quarry, the greater the prize.
I received signals from my probes indicating a successful harvest. Let me test these samples' viability for your treatment. No good. This strain has mutated too far from its origin to be useful. We'll have to try a different source. And you'll have it. I believe there is one place where we can still find the strain that we need. A Sarlacc. Recall the outbreak on Tatooine. If an infected creature was eaten by a Sarlacc, it would still be alive, even today. The probes I gave you should be able to traverse a Sarlacc's digestive tract safely, provided you deploy them nearby. In the event they can't, well, more invasive action may need to be taken. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. My probes notified me of your success. Not a moment too soon, by the looks of you. Have I mentioned that Rakghouls primarily hunt by smell? Let's see what you've pulled from the jaws of death. You're quite lucky. What you gathered was exactly what I needed. This serum should counteract the infection. Doesn't it feel nice to have the weight of your own mortality lifted from your shoulders? Don't worry, you're in no danger. The sedative will slow your mind and movements, but it causes no permanent harm. Just a precaution in case you are still harboring any aggressive inclinations toward me. We got off on the wrong foot, but you've been quite useful, so I'm willing to forgive and forget. We both benefited from your work. By the time you awaken, I will be gone. My fallow years at an end, and possessed of a new lease on life. I could go anywhere, do anything. Where do you suggest, Commander? Trade the sound of the sea breeze through the grass for the dank of a foxhole? The gentle warmth of the sun for the glow of a datapad? I believe I shall. I'll join you on Odessen once I've swept the traces of this life away.
Commander, I recently had the pleasure of making introductions with Dr. Eckard Lokin. Another worthwhile find. Well done as usual. A brilliant geneticist, boldly riding the bleeding edges of both biomedical and genetics research. And such a warm and pleasant personality. Truly a treat to work with. But Aygo is insisting upon confining the good doctor to military duties. I need your help in swatting his grubby little paws away. I can understand Aygo's logic, given Lokin's extensive history with Imperial intelligence. But from the moment I saw Eckard, it was painfully obvious that art was his true calling. Given Aygo's upbringing, I would frankly have thought him better able to understand this sort of thing. Yes, I knew you understood these things. It is why we get along so well. Very well then, I will get back to work. I was just consulting with Lokin about the tolerance for genetic mutation in sentients. You see, a prototype cloaking generator we've been developing has a side effect of inducing genetic mutation. I was about to abandon it entirely. But Lokin's work has shown that most sentients have a surprisingly high tolerance for alteration before truly harmful mutations manifest. Quite fascinating, really. Apparently I've been overly concerned.
Admiral Aygo's doing the best he can, but with our limited resources, things are tough.
Commander, Oggurobb just sent me a holo claiming you've authorized a dual assignment for Lokin, that he'll be spending half his time in the research lab. Tell me the HUD is making this up. Come on, Commander, I'm serious. I understand he knows a lot about genetics and whatnot, but splitting his time with research work's going to really undermine us here. Understood, Commander. It's your call to make. If there's nothing else, I'll be getting back to work.